This program is part of the Infinite Potato Alliance. Visit us at infinitepotato.com.
I'm Jared Stern. I think people should listen because we're desperate for attention right now.
I'm also Jared Stern. This is what I like to call an exercise in benign narcissism. And you're...
I'm Cannonball Jared Stern, and you're listening to Between Two Sterns.
How's it going, buddy?
It's going as well as it can go.
I don't like how this camera is zooming in on our faces.
Why would you not want it to zoom in on our faces?
It's because it's like... Oh, I thought it was moving with us.
No.
Some of them do. Some of them move with us. I'm exhausted. My brother came into town and we did the 16th ever Master Chop Show, which you have been
I've been a part of.
You've been a part of. You've observed it.
Yeah, I've taste tested.
I was up in the games.
I was a judge.
The current score was 8-6 in favor of me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we competed today. The category, it was a lot. It was a lot of things. As I begin to name all of the components and categories, you're going to be like, this is a lot. And
so is it multiple challenges in one sitting?
We just rolled a lot of things into the one challenge that we did.
And who was judging this particular?
My sister, MK, my brother's wife,
right?
Alonza, my sister's husband, my mom, my dad, Ashley's 2 kids.
Wow.
And yeah.
So what were
the category was sweet and savory brunch.
Okay. Did you have to choose sweet or savory? Or
no, it had to be a combination of both. The ingredients that we needed to use were lychee, like fresh lychee, puff pastry, and a red, white, and blue child's popsicle.
Well, that's right on theme for the time when this podcast is being recorded.
Correct. Oh, and yeah, puff pastry, lychee, yeah. And sausage.
But you had to
pork sausage.
So just use a melted popsicle?
I'll tell you what I did in a second.
Okay.
And then we also added wild card kitchen components to it. So we had to write wild card things that we were around. So mine was I had to...
Sorry, I'm just making sure.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, one new message. Let's see. Okay. He'll be with us shortly.
Great. So, and then I had, we had disadvantages as well. Connor could only use one stovetop to cook on.
Okay.
I had to go 5 minutes where I could only cut and mix using my left hand.
Okay. So left hand mise en place.
Yeah. I had an advantage where I got a 5 minute or 3 minute assistant from one of the judges.
Okay. Was it one of the children?
I used Rachel.
Okay.
And then Connor had something else going on. But I made everything I'm about to say I made from scratch. So I made
a popsicle.
Waffle batter from scratch.
Okay.
And then I chopped up the lychee and put that in the waffle batter and used it in a little waffle maker that they have.
Got it.
I made pork sausage from scratch. I made a roux and then added milk and then added sausage in there as well.
What is in pork sausage from scratch?
I'm explaining it to you. I made a roux.
Okay.
I made a pork sausage gravy from scratch.
Oh, okay. Because actually making sausage from scratch is quite messy.
I killed a pig. And then I made fried chicken as well.
Goodness.
And then I also made a harissa and red, white, and blue popsicle.
Okay.
Maple syrup.
So you use popsicle and harissa
and maple syrup, and then I blended it together with a little Greek yogurt and made a little creamy.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was there, and then
I have one major pertinent question.
What's that?
Where was my fucking invite?
Right.
Because this sounds fantastic.
And then I took the puff pastry, I let it defrost a little bit, and then I cut it into really thin strips and then I blended or I mixed them all together like a nest. I crisped them up in a skillet to make and then I took sugar and blended it to make powdered sugar, and I made a puff pastry like funnel cake strudel
My goodness.
that I topped on top of it. And when mine was done, my God, was it brunch. And my God, was it delicious, but it was all one fucking color. And there was a point where I'm like scrambling I really
There's
ran out
so
of
much
time.
brown food.
I was like, I need something like a green or a veg or an onion to sprinkle
The
on it.
lychee did not come through in the waffle.
It was like the feedback I got was like mine was incredibly craveable, but Connor's looked beautiful. He made like this blueberry compote. He took the puff pastry and put the sausage inside. Connor ended up winning, and the reason Connor ended up winning was because his looked better. But ultimately, I was my own destruction. I did the exact thing so many people do in these cooking competition shows, which is I buried the ingredients too much. You couldn't find the lychee. I built and constructed the whole thing wrong, and I've shamed myself and my family for it
For generations to
for
come.
generations to come.
All right, I'm sorry. I got to check my phone again just in case he's having trouble joining. Because I told him he has to join now, and I said yes. So he should be joining shortly. And this is not a daylight savings time
Oh my God,
issue
so
like it was with
funny.
the African Jared Stern.
So funny.
Well, oh, is he here?
He's here.
Oh, let's admit him, please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. You know him, you love him. He's Jared Stern.
I don't think you caught any of that. Hey there, Jared.
Hello, Jared.
Morning. How you going, guys?
Yes, good morning to you. You're calling from the future.
Yes, Monday morning here in Gold Coast, Australia.
You know, it's always odd hearing a foreign accent coming out of a Jared Stern's mouth. At this point, we've talked to so many of y'all that, like, it's just incredible to hear the diversity behind it.
I don't know if you count Canadian as one of them, but no. So we've had you're our second Australian
great.
Jared Stern. So I hope you have
I
more.
remember you
I
mentioned
hope you have
that.
more than just the accent for novelty's sake. But thank you so much for agreeing to do this. You are another one of my LinkedIn finds, and I know that it was probably very strange to get this request from LinkedIn.
It was definitely unexpected and sort of bit Twilight Zone-y.
Yeah.
It's a
So-
great idea that you guys have, though. I like it.
I'll give you the same spiel that I give everyone, which is this is very low stakes. It's very casual. Obviously, we're recording this. If at any point you're like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have said that, just let us know. We'll cut it out of it. There's no like,
All right.
gotcha. It's a very chill, like laid back environment. But you are now going to be our 14th Jared Stern that we've talked
I
to.
think so. I think it's
It's
14.
interesting. You wouldn't think that there's that many of us.
I know.
Yeah.
But it turns out we are legion.
That was the big joke. Yeah, I don't know if you know the backstory of how kind of all this got started, but what ended up happening was Jared and I have the same name, obviously. We both grew up being stand-up comedians, and Jared's a bit older than me, so when I first started doing stand-up comedy, I went to a club and they were like, oh, we've heard of you. And I was like, well, no, you haven't. So what the fuck is going on? So I looked him up, and to date ourselves, I found him on MySpace, and we have been like tertiarily aware of each other for about 15 years. You know, I was primarily on the West Coast. He was primarily on the East Coast. There were some crossovers where somebody grabbed the wrong headshot at one point. But when COVID hit, we were like, well, there's nothing to do. Let's start a podcast. So the first episode of the podcast is really the first time him and I had ever had a conversation face to face. And now, not
No way.
160 plus.
Yeah, 5 years and 160 some odd episodes. Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware there's a very famous Jared Stern, the one who's the writer-director Jared Stern, if you've ever Googled yourself. He, are you not aware?
Actually, I'm not. No.
Oh.
When I Googled myself, I don't know how to distinguish between you two, but the older Jared, I guess, was
Yes.
the one that came up.
Yeah. So there is a stand-up writer-director Jared Stern. So if you ever saw like the Lego Batman movie, he wrote and directed that. He did DC League of Super Pets. He's done a number of movies and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen our name in the credits of movies for years.
Yeah.
And then and we thought he was going to be our big white whale.
We're going to make it the entire season 2 arc. We're going to get this guy on the podcast.
And then a friend of a friend knew him.
And so like 2 weeks later, he was like, yeah, come on and do it. So
no way.
Our entire season 2 arc. So as on a whim, I think, I forget who said it, but I probably joking around said like, we should get and interview other Jared Stearns. And now Jared has taken it upon himself.
It's not the only thing we do.
But it's
it's the fun thing we do.
So
I have listened to some of your podcasts, I'll admit. When you guys reached out, I thought,
and you still
what's
agreed
this
to
about?
come on, so God bless you.
So the baseline for all of this is Jared does all of the reaching out. So there's a control and there's a variable, right? The control is I don't know anything about anybody coming on. I knew you were from Australia. But the first question I like to ask all of you guys is when Jared reaches out to you on LinkedIn or wherever, how long does it take you to realize that it's not some sort of scam where somebody's trying to like steal your identity?
I'm actually in insurance. I'm not I'm a suspicious person.
Of course.
Being that I had already seen Jared's Google searches, I took it to be a truth pretty quickly.
That's good.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to fix our camera. There we go.
All right. Yeah, we were a little blurry.
And so you are in Australia. Were you born in Australia?
Yeah, in Sydney.
Great. And then we're going to ask you questions just as kind of like that's interesting to see how you compare. If there's anything you're not comfortable with, just let us know or we can bleep it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like we were just curious, how old are you? When were you born? That type of stuff.
Turning 35 in like 2 months. Was born in Sydney, like I said. I grew up there until October last year. I mean, lived there until October last year and just moved up to the Gold Coast. So I don't know if you guys know much about Australia, but it's beautiful up here.
Only through what we've seen in some movies and
I watch a lot of Love Island Australia, so I'm pretty aware of the entire.
Yeah.
They show
Have you seen
Hunters Australia up here, so I know about your real estate market. If nothing
terrible. It's terrible down here. It's hard to get a house. I mean, you can get a rental pretty easy, but it's still expensive. So that's like my main goal at the moment is to be able to buy something.
One of the other shows I watched, since you mentioned getting a rental, they had a show about instant hotels, like Airbnbs in Australia.
Oh, yes, Airbnbs.
Yeah, but for some reason, they I thought they called them instant hotels or something like that in Australia. Anyway,
I've never heard that expression.
But I could tell that the moment you had no reaction to
it. but so they showed off these people's different Airbnbs in different parts of Australia. So I know there is a place in Australia called Humpty Doo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that either.
Wow.
You didn't know there was a Humpty Doo?
We're teaching you things.
How do I know more about Australia than you do?
We've got a lot of interesting area names, and it's a massive country.
Yeah.
So you're 35. When's your birthday? You don't have to give the exact date. I know you're insurance, but like what month are we talking about? What's your zodiac sign is really what I'm trying to get to.
And end of September, so I'm Libra on the scales.
What day in September?
30th.
You are in good company, my friend. I am the 16th.
24th.
No way.
Yeah.
What? We're just the same people, essentially.
That's it. And so
but you guys wouldn't be Libras, right?
Yeah, I am. Yes.
He is. I'm a Virgo.
Right.
Yeah. And then, so you are in insurance. Has that been like your kind of path all along? Did you pivot at any point?
No way. I hated school.
Who chooses that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone really chooses it. That's the vibe I get from most people. You just sort of fall into it. But from school, I always thought I would be a tradesman. I did a couple of years of plumbing and absolutely hated that.
Yeah.
It's a very dirty job, and I won't go into the details. But
you don't need to go into too many details. I'm pretty familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't really suit my personality. So ended up getting out of that, doing a bit of warehousing for you guys probably wouldn't have heard of this furniture store anyway. I won't name names, but they're very, very high end. All their stuff goes into the mansions. So was doing warehousing and quality control for them. Ended up going to China to do some product training.
Oh, nice.
Studying interior design with them, which again doesn't suit my personality. I don't have that creative, conceptual mind, unfortunately. And then customer service into insurance, and I think black and white is probably most aligned with how I see things.
Gotcha. So when you say insurance, is this like life insurance, or is this just housing insurance?
God, no.
Auto
it's
insurance?
Commercial property insurance.
Commercial property
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I ask if you're in life insurance is there are so many unique ways to die in Australia specifically that I'm curious if there's certain coverages for different various poisonous animals that you might encounter depending on where you live in Australia.
Great question, but you probably have to find another Jared Stern for that because they're such different fields, completely different. Same with auto. You got general insurance, which is your travel, property, etc.
Yeah.
Then you got life, and then you got auto.
Gotcha.
So we checked off the work stuff. What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? What's your guilty pleasures? Like, what do you do?
Good question. I'm in a bit of a transition phase at the moment. I think I was typically before quite a avid gamer. I saw you had a gamer Jared on here, which was attracted me. But lately, I'm not finding it. It's harder for me to sit down and put all that time into a game and actually learn new games and so forth.
Yeah.
And I've started tilting towards becoming interested in gardening, cooking, getting stuff from the garden and cooking something up. We've got e-bikes over here in Queensland. They're quite prolific, and that is so much fun, just zooming around the coast, going up and down. So getting out, going for walks with my partner. Still figuring it out, though.
Are you an outdoorsy guy, I guess, then? So gardening and biking. So you basically just get out and enjoy all there is to take in Australia then?
When I can, yeah. It rains a lot up here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not really getting out on the e-bike in the rain.
Before you moved off the gaming thing, what games were you into?
Mostly strategy. I love my Civilization, Total War. There's a great game called Gates of Hell Lost Front, which is like a World War II simulator. Probably one of the most realistic ones I've played so far, and that had me hooked for a long time.
Yeah. I was hoping you were going to say like Stardew Valley, and I was going to be like, well, that's a quick pivot from that into the gardening. Like now I can see the track. No. Even from real-time strategy, I think it scratches a similar itch, right? You're building, you're strategizing, you're creating like an environment that you're controlling. It's just more tangible real life than like click and point.
Yes, exactly. When I was younger, I was into your modern warfare and that kind of stuff. I don't know, as I get a bit older, your skills start to slip, and these little kids start smashing you.
You're 35. I don't know. I don't want to hear a bit older.
You can't keep up with the little 16-year-olds though that are just growing up on these games.
That is true.
To be fair, we're not keeping up with 16. We're keeping up with these strike packs and these like cheating mods at this point. Like, take me back to the old days of like Medal of Honor and Halo, where the playing ground was purely neutral. But yeah,
I've been playing Halo. Have you guys heard of a Steam Deck?
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
I bought one of them. I love that thing, especially I have about an hour and a half commute to get to work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I'll load up Halo and that hour and a half goes so quickly.
I really hope you're taking the train.
Yes.
He's on the e-bike. It drives himself. He puts it on.
One day.
That's so funny. So are you married? Do you have a family? Like what's your whatever you're comfortable with? What's your social life situation?
I have a girlfriend. She would love to be married, but there's no rush in my mind on that. I'm sure she feels differently, but
it's interesting how normally the two partners have different mindsets when it comes to scheduling on that.
Yes, indeed, and I can understand why girls have been thinking about this thing their whole life, probably, whereas guys are just thinking about the dollar signs. Sure. But she's the one. There's no doubt about that, and neither of us really want to have kids. We've got 2 cats, and they're enough work as it is. So I think
we've interviewed enough of you guys now that every time you say something, internally we psychologically like recruit you for our team. Like my goal is like in my dream world we would get like a game of Family Feud. Like we would get all of the Jared Sterns on an episode of Family Feud, and they would split pretty evenly between Jared and I. And so like when you said we have cats, I was like, all right, Australian Jared's on my team.
Yeah, I'm a dog guy
I'm
myself.
the cat guy. I'm the cat guy. Yeah, yeah.
I grew up with dogs as well, but I don't know. Ever since coming up here, there's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but people seem to have really loud cars and really aggressive dogs. I got bitten by one of my neighbor's dogs just walking home. Yeah, German Shepherd came running out and bit me on the leg. Yeah, but you know, I didn't do anything about it. I feel like
Did the cats come to your defense? Like, how did that?
No, these two cats are quite scared. But where I was living with Mum back in Sydney, we backed onto a park, and we used to open the gate so the dogs and cats could go out and explore. Yeah. And if a dog would come up to the gate, my cat would come and bap him in the face, and the dog would run away scared.
Yeah. That's I have had cats all my life, and every time I've dated a girl who has a dog, I always go through the same scenario with it, where the cat's under the bed because she's like, "Fuck off, I don't want to deal with it," and the girlfriend's like, "Well, I don't want to take the dog off the leash because I don't want the dog to go after the cat," and I'm like, take the dog off the leash. This will be handled in 3 seconds. And the dog would go under the bed, and all of a sudden you'd hear, "Murr!" And then the dog would come out and cower in the corner. And she's like, "What happens?" I was like, the dog has learned.
Yeah. Dominance has been asserted.
What happens if you fuck around? You will find out. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the good things about cats too. You have to really earn their love and respect.
100%. Yeah.
They don't
They
just
will tell you.
Yeah.
There are conditions. Dogs, it's unconditional love all the time. Cats, they're like, okay, what do you got for me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I completely agree. One other question. So from a religious standpoint, Jared Stern tends to skew in the more Jewish area. And so also Jared's tend to split 50-50. Jared is fully Jewish. I am half Jewish. My mother's Irish Catholic. My dad's Jewish. So are you of the tribe of any percentage?
I had wondered the same thing about you guys. I'm probably on your side there. My father was Jewish. My mother is Catholic.
You are a Jew as well.
Yeah.
So welcome.
I am agnostic, actually.
Well, no, I'm an agnostic also, but I refer to the blend as a cashew. A cat. Right.
Yeah. I get you.
I don't practice
Neither.
either much anymore. It's light the candles on Hanukkah and that's about it. But
I still don't know the difference between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, except during college, university. I know that I took off from school for both of them for whatever reason at the time that I was making up, and nobody seemed to question.
Love that.
Yeah, that's really the extent of my religion.
I don't know anything about any religion really. I've just always tuned it out.
Yeah. The question I'm about to ask you will seem odd, but the last Jared Stern we had on the podcast now requires us to ask this. You were born Jared Stern, right? You didn't change your name to become Jared Stern, right?
That's correct. I'm an official OG Jared Stern.
Right.
The last episode of the podcast, we had a guy on, super chill, fell into the same vibe as Jared Stern's, because Jared Stern's, ironically enough, all seem to be pretty chill, all have a good attitude, and are all like just the right amount of like self-deprecation. You know what I mean? There's just like, all of us have the same vibe. This guy fit in normally, and we're talking to him. And I asked him the same question. How did you feel about Jared reaching out to you on LinkedIn? He was like, well, I thought it was a scam because he reached out to me like 5 days after I changed my name on LinkedIn. And we were like, huh? It's not TikTok. It's not Instagram. What do you mean change your name? And he was like, well, my last name is really like Bromomans. And we were like, so how'd you get Stern? He's like, oh, well, I married. And we were like, oh, did you take your wife's last name? And he's like, no, hers is Smithhose. And we're like, what the? And so his name is Jared. Her name is whatever. Neither of them liked each other's last names, and they weren't going to have kids, so they picked Stern as a random character from a novel they read in high school. And so he's now the youngest. He's 9 months old. He's a 9-month Jared Stern in a 26-year-old body. It was the weirdest goddamn thing we had heard.
And he's already married and been on a podcast. He's doing well for Jared Stearns.
He's gotten so much out of that name already.
He's really speed running the Jared Stern experience. Do you
And
have a?
can I ask you guys? Sorry to cut
Oh,
you off
go
there,
ahead,
Jared.
please.
I was just curious. Do you guys have German descent as well in terms of the surname?
Oh, well, yes. Stern is
Stern or Star in
star in
German?
German.
Yes.
No, I think let's see. I think my grandparents are Polish.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
don't think there's any. My wife's family is German, but that doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But
Right. Yeah. No. Makes
Mine is
sense.
mine's Ukraine. So if I take off my glasses, you see it because my eyebrows disappear, which is a very Ukrainian thing, I guess. And I turn very quickly into Zelensky if I take my glasses off. But
I've
the
never
need-
once seen that.
but the
You
running
need the
joke,
khaki.
right? What about you?
Yeah. My father's father was German, and his wife was Russian. But then mum's side of the family is all from New Zealand. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of New Zealand.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You never know with Americans. No
Oh, of
offense.
course. No.
We have
Trust me, we get it.
we have
We're aware.
we have yet to find a Kiwi Jared Stern.
Yeah.
But we have found a South African
Half.
Jared Stern.
Yeah, half Kiwi. There
Half
you go.
Kiwi. Okay, cool. All right.
I'll
So
take that.
are you?
Well, before we get there, do you have a middle name?
Yeah, Mitchell.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
You're our first Mitchell.
Well,
And
Jan's
you guys?
GMS or JMS.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you
Ryan.
guys?
Sam.
Ryan.
Samuel.
And what, sorry? Sam.
Samuel.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, did you have a nickname growing up? We find that Jared is a very difficult name to nickname. So we're curious if you've had any like nicknames of your name.
Jarhead from my sister.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Lately,
A lot of the stateside Jareds get like J Rod because of A Rod from the Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah.
had that.
Yeah.
Lately, I just get J or JS
Yeah.
from work people. But in high school, my nickname was Cannonball because I used to shave my head and headbutt people.
I mean, at
Not
some
in the
point in
face.
this podcast, I'm going to ask you to come up with a nickname. If you've listened to the podcast, especially when we have Jared's on, there are two things that you need to keep in mind. One, you're part of a universe now. You're part of the greater Jared Stern multiverse. And so for the 100th episode, we've been doing this for a long time. For the 100th episode, we got, I think it was like
nine different Jared. All the Jared Sterns we'd spoken to up until that point, we had them all on the same show.
So you
And
could all meet each other.
did like a Brady Bunch
Yeah.
Zoom call with all of them.
So for the probably 200th episode, we'll ask everybody to come back. But that email chain is fucking psychotic because it's Jared Stern to Jared Stern to Jared. It's 13. And so at some point we were like, we got to come up with a way to like delineate between everyone. And we've just decided to like let you guys name each other like American Ninja Warriors. It's just like the gamer Jared Stern, Australian
Yeah.
Jared Stern, private investigator, Cannonball Jared Stern. I mean, at this point,
I mean, that's interesting.
it's a very interesting contender.
But yeah, so our Australian Jared Stern is already taken, unfortunately.
Oh, that's all right. I'll be Cannonball. I couldn't think of
about
one.
it. Keep it in the back of your head. We'll come back to it in a second. You were going to ask.
So
me.
I had two questions because you said you have some New Zealander in you, and I'm pretty sure forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, but are you able to? Do you know about the haka?
Yes, I know about the haka, and no, I cannot. I
Oh,
cannot do
man.
a haka.
I love a good haka.
What the fuck is a haka?
It's
A-
like a traditional tribal dance.
Yeah, it's
quite
like a
scary.
Maori, if I'm not
Maori.
Maori, yes.
Yeah.
Maori tribal dance. And like if you see like a New Zealand, like I'm surprised I didn't see something on the World Cup with like the New Zealand soccer team doing a haka. But whenever there's like a sports team that's
Rugby.
from New Zealand and they like it really is one of the most like pump up badass things you can see if done well. A haka is awesome.
That's
And
cool.
I was just curious if you'd ever participated in a haka or anything like that, but I guess
No, unfortunately
all
not.
right. Well, that's too bad. My second question was, being in insurance, I know insurance probably has a reputation as being boring or dull, but I have to imagine there's got to be one claim that you've gotten that's been just out of left field something that's what's the weirdest claim that you've been involved with in insurance?
That's a good question.
Very good question, and unfortunately, not one that I can just pull from
Oh,
the
come on.
air.
We're not NDA.
Yeah. Well, then whatever. You don't need to name any names or whatever, but like just one thing where like just some weird detail, some odd thing, some like are you part of the investigative part of it of insurance claims or anything like that when you have to like look into what someone has put out there?
Yes, yeah, I'm a claims assessor,
Okay.
but I'm in catastrophe claims, so I deal with your floods, your bushfires, things like
What's
that. Generally,
I mean,
after you.
I hate to put it like this, but what's the coolest catastrophe you've ever dealt with?
They're not that cool, to be honest. It's just like you get a big hailstorm that messes up everyone's roof, and then all of a sudden you're replacing half the roofs, and it's considered a catastrophe because of the financial cost of that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We had the big floods here in 2022 in Brisbane, and I had a look through that claim. I wasn't handling it because that was massive. Brisbane City Council was the claimant, and actually, maybe I shouldn't be going into too much detail on this, so you might want to scratch that. Yeah, but they have a floating river walk, and that got washed downstream. I think that was a couple $100 million just to get that back up and running. I mean, you see all kinds of interesting things. I've had other roles within the insurance company in finance, for example, and claims keeps it interesting. You know, every claim's different.
I got to imagine.
And
yeah,
everyone's got something interesting that you got to figure out.
So,
so what's the coolest, interesting thing?
You can't tell us.
God damn it!
How many times is he going to find a way?
No one in Australia, outside of your own friends and family, are going to listen to this thing. So
Stop it! Stop! I don't want to have to edit this on the road. You can't say it.
I work for a North American company too, so
you really?
Yes, I'm careful in what I say.
Is it the one with the gecko, or is it the one with, or is it the one with Flo?
Neither, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going to move on.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just trying to find.
I got you.
All right.
So I'm only bringing this up because I saw like a TikTok about it recently, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. So from a national standpoint, every country has the thing that they unfortunately are embarrassed by because it made national news. Honestly, you could throw mud at a wall and pretty much anything on that wall from America at this point is going to be up there. So nobody is out shaming the US as far as people who are just embarrassing us on the national stage. But having lived at boots on the ground, this Australian breakdancer in the Olympics a few years back, like, is this still something that's being talked about in the country? Like, what the fuck was that? Like,
that was awful.
Was there ever any like some sort of like documentary that came up about like how this woman scammed her way into this like Olympic role? Like what? Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of media about it, but I think me, like other Australians that I know, generally don't want to give her any more credit or limelight.
Fair. Yeah.
Fine point.
Yeah.
It was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that's I think that's more than fair. More than fair. Have you ever been to the States or?
No, I have not.
I don't recommend it.
Oh, come on. There's plenty of good stuff around.
There's lots to see. You guys have a very beautiful country. I've been to...
I just explored a big part of it in Utah. It was gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Some wonderful mountain vistas and canyons. And there's a lot of natural beauty in the United States.
Wait a few years. That's all I'm going to say. Like it's kind of like jumping into a TV show that's on it, like Game of Thrones. We're on like the last season right now, and it's like let's see how it plays out before you come in, before you invest your time and money into it. We might be getting canceled just as a series coming up soon.
As long as you don't say anything bad about the Supreme Leader, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's like it is a beautiful country and there's lots to see. But I went to London and it just felt the same as what we have back here in Australia. Yeah. And I was like, why have I spent all this money to come here and see Subway and Macca's and all this other stuff? So.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this the other day because obviously there's a lot of like political bullshit in the States. You can obviously tell from our demeanor which side of like this we're on, you know, whether it's, you know, common sense or just like pure fucking corruption and evil. But the thing that's fascinating about it is this weird, like you can almost make like a weird case study between the States and Australia in this way, which is both are colonies from the UK that had such drastically different starting points. One was a prison colony where prisoners were sent originally as a prison colony, and then a country grew out of that. And the other one was religious extremists who UK found too religious at that point. Were like, just go over here for a bit. And somehow, out of these two countries, the prison colony has evolved to enact reasonable gun control to protect its citizens. Go, and our country has become what it has become today. And it's just really fascinating to see like how both are like their own little mini experiment and just how much better you guys are doing. And I couldn't be more proud of you. You guys are doing great.
I agree with you. It is very interesting to see. I think Australia's definitely got its shortcomings in a lot of ways, but everywhere does, right? And
Sure.
the thing is, you feel safe here. So
when you're grading the world on a curve, you gotta respect the student who just like doesn't even turn in the assignment so that the grade is so low everyone looks good by comparison. And that's what we've been doing in the States for the past couple of years. We've just been tanking that median curve. All right, I'm gonna get off this.
And sorry if you can see that I'm distracted at the moment. I have one of the cats here.
Oh, don't you ever hide cats from us. What is his name? Her name? Oh,
this is Basil.
Oh, great name.
He's a rescue boy.
Beautiful cat.
And this is the other one. I don't know if you can see him.
Who wants to come outside real bad?
Yeah, he's a baby and he's very irresponsible. So he has to be under direct supervision, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
How's Basil doing with the new cat?
Hates him.
Yeah. Have you, how long has the new cat been in the family so far?
Just since the end of last year. So 6-7 months, something like that. I can't remember exactly when we got him.
The new cat, boy or girl?
Boy as well. We thought he was a girl when we first got him.
Has he been neutered yet?
Yes.
Okay.
And it didn't change a thing. I thought it might calm him down. He got home from the vet. He was running around like nuts.
Yeah, I tried to introduce a new cat into my cat's ecosystem, and she's a sweet girl, but she's an only child princess. And so this new cat came in, and just as she got used to her, I had to take the other cat to go get spayed. And when you take a cat to a vet and bring her back, apparently she smells entirely different because my cat lost her mind over this. And then she ended up going with my ex-girlfriend. So,
right.
It all worked out.
right.
Yeah, unfortunately, they can't just cohabitate that easily sometimes, right?
Jared, an absolute pleasure.
Welcome to the family.
If you got anything
Thank you very much.
going on, any big news or whatnot, reach out to us. We'll bring you back on to talk about it. And Basil, thanks for joining us as well.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good
Thanks for
evening
making
ahead.
this work. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jared.
See you guys. Take care.
Well, wasn't that cool?
What a delightful guy.
Yeah.
What a delight.
I mean, it's too bad you couldn't tell me anything interesting about insurance, but that's fine.
You belong in sales, in the way you will not let something go.
Sorry. I was mining.
Like director Jared Stern, which was like, okay, so you can't tell us what actor is in the show. What if I start naming actors and let's see your vision?
Do we want to move over to the other recording
Sure.
platform so we're not dealing with the time there? Yeah, that's good. As Jared Stearns go, he was aces.
Are we at the point where we can start ranking them?
I mean, we've been past that point. I think once we got to 10, I think
we need like one of those SA?
like a tier?
Like a tier chart? Like who is an S tier, Jared Stern?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to.
I don't either.
I don't want to offend anybody.
Nor do I.
I think we know who the elite Jared Sterns
Damn
are,
straight.
and there are right there. That's exactly you right there. You're the elite Jared Stern.
But yeah, like it's just so funny that like, and again, I recognize that every one of them are on webcam being recorded, so nobody's gonna come out like a dick. But like, it's just great to see how like decent everyone is. Like everybody's just super chill.
We have yet to get bad vibes from anybody.
There has yet to be bad vibes, Jared Stern.
And I think the fact that they've, agreed to come and do this show.
Sure.
They're not doing this under duress, right? They're not like, all right, fuck it, fine, stop bothering me. I'll finally come on your stupid show. Like, there's one or two Jared Sterns that if I could finally just badger them into coming on might give us that energy, but I don't think we're
not quite there yet.
I don't think we're there yet.
Now, do you have anything?
I do have just a couple things that don't really have much to do with me in particular. First of all, today is June 28th. Happy 100th birthday to Mr. Mel Brooks.
Wow.
Yes.
He made it.
He made it.
He made it.
The 2,000-year-old man is officially 100 years old. And he is... Thank you for everything you've given the world of comedy. I don't know why him turning 100 has not been made into a bigger deal. Like Dick Van Dyke had a whole thing when he turned 100. He had a whole like TV special for him. And I like Mel Brooks is like one of our last living links to like old Hollywood, the birth of television out of radio, and all the great comedy that came out of that. I mean, he was on the Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows. He was one of the writers, and that's when he came out of that. Obviously everything he's done with Carl Reiner.
Yeah.
All the great movies. It is a travesty that he has yet to win a Mark Twain Prize. Back when the Mark Twain Prize actually meant anything, and not being given to Bill Maher this fucking time.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah. So hopefully, when the world reaches, kind of goes back to equilibrium, we can actually give that some actual,
If when.
Also, yesterday was the 40th anniversary of Labyrinth coming out. Now, you're a little young. You're a little younger than me. You're about 7 years younger than me. So I was 11 when Labyrinth came out. So that means you were 4. So I don't think
I've seen it.
It imprinted on you the way it imprinted on me. No. But between Labyrinth and Superman 2 and the Muppet movie and Ghostbusters and Time Bandits, those are my core foundational cinematic cornerstones of my childhood.
So you're Mount Rushmores.
Yeah,
Even though there's more than 4.
When I was a kid, those were the ones that sunk their claws into me and kind of formed what I thought was a good movie back then. So let me ask you, since my experience is not every Jared Stern's experience, sure. I have to come to terms with that. I have to accept that as one of the oldest Jared Sterns that there are. What are your cinematic cornerstones for your childhood? Not necessarily as an adult, but when you were growing up.
What age are we capping, like, my childhood at?
12.
Ooh. So I have a really bad memory. I have like periods of my life that I'm blacked out during. But
hopefully your childhood isn't one of them.
No, that's primarily what had happened. It's just a lot of blacking out of my childhood. I know that there are movies that I was like a big fan of when I was younger, and I watched a bunch. So what I can say are some of those movies, but I don't know at what age like they bounced around at. I know one of them, and I'm just going to lump them together. Ninja Turtles movies.
Sure.
Both 1 and 2. Okay. Secret of the Ooze and original.
And the original OG.
Flavor.
Yeah.
So those were big 1 and 2s. The 1989 Transformers movie.
86?
1986.
Because that's also going to be... that the 40th anniversary of that is coming out soon, too.
You got the touch.
They're calling it the Apology Tour because of all of the childhoods it ruined when they killed Optimus Prime.
Of course. So those were like the ones that I can think to myself, wow, I remember distinctly like watching those movies on repeat. 12 years old, I don't think I had like really gotten into like the Back to the Future or Indiana Jones quite yet. But like those are like the things that I really distinctly remember. And like if I were to like really try and think about it, I wouldn't be able to remember anything. I would need to know like what movies were I need assistance. So I was born in 82. So I would have been
So 11 would have been 93.
Popular movies.
You were 11 in 93? Oh. Goodness.
Popular movies for kids born
in 1982.
In 1982, before they turned 12. Let's see what we got. Best 80s kids and... What? Just give me AI mode. There we go. All right. E.T.
Jurassic Park?
Okay. Jurassic Park, yeah. Okay, Back to the Future is in there. Yes, I remember. Yes, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was up there.
Lion King, Aladdin.
Aladdin, yeah. Yep. I never watched The Goonies.
Really?
Hook. Holy shit, Hook is on there. Hook is one of my movies.
Okay.
Hook is there. Hook is definitely there. Hook was a great movie. Neverending Story I did watch, and but I don't really remember it much. Willow I remember watch. Princess Bride was a big one also. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Free Willy, come on. Free Willy.
Free Willy was one I never saw.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yes. Yeah, these are all good.
Okay.
These are all good.
I hope that reignites a core memory for you.
Sure. I mean, what's a memory other than a fleeting thought that will never come back to you again?
Wow, you are on one today.
I'm in a mood.
You're in a mood.
I'm in a mood.
Speaking of moods, so this is coming out right before 4th of July weekend. I know that I'm getting the fuck out of town for the 4th of July faganza. Because, well, not the least of which, because I as was covered earlier, I have a dog, the lovely Winnie Princess Poodle Pants, and I found out that for the fireworks display that is going to be going off for the 250th, they're going to light off 860,000 shells. Now, a typical 4th of July is like 150,000. So for me, this feels less like a celebration and more like a Viking funeral. Like, this is just like, it's the
funeral of the country.
Let's just, as they say in The Simpsons, celebrate the country by blowing up a small portion of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am probably going to be in town for it. I don't want to be. I don't want to celebrate.
Well, you're also in Northern Virginia. I'm a mile from the capital.
You're in DC.
Yeah.
I am in Northern Virginia, which is still too close. And yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Boy, howdy, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Between Two Sterns. It is what it is.
And let's just take a moment to contemplate what is life. What is existence?
You are
the
embodiment of your t-shirt right now. It is just black as black can possibly be.
Yeah.
And yeah, why are you such a down mood, man?
I'm tired. I lost Master Chop Chef earlier.
Oh,
and
man.
Therefore,
yeah.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters at all.
I'm casually competitive. It's all a game
until
I lose, and then it's not.
You want that to be the end?
I don't care.
Holy shit.
That could be the end.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking your ears between two sterns.
Please leave us a 5-star review, even if it's a sarcastic one.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Have an idea for the show, or are you also Jared Stern?
Shoot us an email. You can find links to everything at jaredstern.com.